Looks like I'm white. Going to be ranking up a OGS account, and our first game is versus a 6Q. And I've had mixed results on OGS. They play very weird, I think. I think the 2Qs and around there is actually stronger than most of the Dawn players. So I'm not sure why that is. It definitely is a bit weird, but we'll rank up and see how it goes. Okay, so I want to develop this top side, so I'm going to approach from this side. Also could probably approach from this side to try and reduce his area, but I can do a shoulder hit here, and it's still pretty wide open. I don't think I need to worry too much about it, even if he gets to approach over here. And then we'll just do the attached Joseki. Playing the slide also works, but I definitely prefer this one now because normally you end up with a very, very strong group. The slide one, there's still like attachments and other weaknesses. And he can extend here or he can push. If he extends, then I was probably just going to jump to keep it simple, because when you play the push up, there's like this peep and a long Joseki that goes with that. But I just find it to be too complicated. He approached from this side, which is okay, because he has this now, so he's trying to grow this side. I'm just going to back off. I don't want to kick or anything, because then I'm helping him grow. While here, I can still invade and reduce. I have lots of options. I can invade right away. I can try and play something here to keep the top. And I can also approach 3-3 to try and reduce this side. I kind of like the idea of playing a 3-3, because if I can get Sente, then I play the shoulder hit to reduce. So I get the corner. If I play this, he just backs off. And because this is low, this area here is kind of narrow. So I think we'll go ahead and try that. And if he tries to block this way, I think that's just wrong direction, because he's building a wall where I already have a stone. Okay, so he blocks the better way. And now I just need to try and get Sente so that I can play the shoulder hit. Maybe he's trying to get Sente. So I believe he can go here and then I Hane, and then he can take Sente to block. But then I get to Atari, and I'm making some points here, and I got the corner. So even if he gets this side, if I get more on the bottom side, then it works out. Don't want to be greedy and try and take everything. Pushes. Same here. If he Tanukis, I get to Hane at the head of 2 stones, and then developing the bottom side here and getting the corner is pretty good. Okay, so yeah, here I think is just greedy. So now I get to take the bottom side. Double Hane, because now there's a double Atari. And if he extends, I can probably keep pushing. Okay, he Atari's first, but he still has to do something here. And I can push, because when I Hane here, there's lots of weaknesses. I also probably could have just extended here, but either way works. Again, there's still that Hane at the head of 2 or 3. And if he extends here, I can kind of just jump out, and then he has to live here somehow. But this corner is strong, this corner is strong, so I don't think I have to worry too much about it. But he still has to be careful with the Ataris and weaknesses here. And now that I'm getting a few stones here, that's making this invasion a little bit more profitable. But you can see he played here to get this, but if I get all of this, then it's at least similar size, or I get more. And plus I'm counting the corner I took away, so I think this is just a good result for white. And I have this stone here, so his potential here is much smaller. Okay, he just connects. So I really don't want to let him play this Hane, because if I get to push here, he gets to push me a few times because I have to avoid that Hane at the head of 3 or 2. Then he gets a lot more potential here, and then if he starts playing moves to put pressure here, even if I get the top, he's going to get something in the center. So while I would like to play this invasion, I think it's too soon. So I'm just going to be patient and extend, which is reducing that potential. And it's still looking at this invasion, which he should probably defend. And again, if he extends here, I just have to jump, and as long as I stay connected, I don't think he can live here. And then my corner shouldn't be any danger. Okay, so he tries to cut. So I want to try and stay connected, which can be a bit difficult. So if I Atari down, and I try to ladder, it doesn't quite work, but I think it still kind of keeps me connected, and he is surrounded. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then because I have these extra stones here, even if he Ataris everything, as long as I can stay connected over here and he stays surrounded, there shouldn't be too much trouble there. This one, I guess he wants to Atari everything, but now he's kind of forcing his group out because I guess he thinks this is too much, which I believe the game is still pretty close because he has this area, which is maybe comparable to this area. And then I have this area, which is less solid than this area because he has this extra stone here. But with this one, I can just kind of do like a loose net, and I have all this space in the center that I can run to. So it seems very difficult for him to get a capturing race or anything like that. Plus all the weaknesses here. So I think here he just got greedy, and he should have just defended here. But up to this point, I think his opening was much better than the Fordon that we played on Baduk. But I think the Fordon wouldn't have done this. I think he would have done something a little bit better. So his opening at least is pretty solid. Okay, so he's still trying to get out. I just need to try and keep my stones connected on the outside. If I go here, he can Hane, and then I have to push, which I can still surround. But I think it's a little bit easier if I just extend here first, and then go down, because I want to keep his eye space limited. And before I would probably invade here, but now I can probably try something a little bit more extreme. Okay, and he's trying to make eyes, which I think I just kind of need to peep. And then if he goes here, just Atari, I probably have to play here, because if he goes here and he connects and then I Tanuki, then if he has a stone here as well, he can push and then connect, and then that's a 4 space, which is 2 eyes. Killing is not my specialty, but what I normally like to do is just slowly reduce the eye space from the outside, instead of like jumping in here right away. And normally it's a little bit easier. Okay, so he blocks. Then I need to make sure this doesn't become an eye. If he does this now, I Hane and he goes here, I block, he can go back and live. So I probably would have to Hane, and then when he goes here, I probably have to capture, and then try and surround in a different way. But if I can capture here and he has to connect, then I can throw in. But if he can push out, then maybe this could work. But even if it does live, I don't think I'm losing, because as he's living, he's hurting his group over here. And then I'm still keeping my corner. I keep a few points here. If I capture this, then my group here is pretty strong. So he does try that. And then yeah, when he goes here, I can't block because then he just lives. So I probably have to capture, because I also don't want to let this group get disconnected. Or I can just let him live and then play this invasion. And also, if I block here and let him live, that does give me a lot of cutting points, where even if I do invade here, I would have to worry a little bit. So I think I'd rather just capture. He's not 100% alive, and I don't have to worry about my groups or these cuts as much. So even when you're trying to kill a group, you can't be greedy. Because if you leave behind too many cutting points, it normally will come back and hurt you later. So if he connects, I can throw in and kill, but I'm not sure if I want to, because when he pushes here, I have to go here and here and here, and then if he Hanes, I cut, and then Ataris and cuts and pushes. So there's a lot to worry about. I think I'll just go here, because again, there's some weaknesses in this corner, so being able to connect under would be nice. He pushes out here. I think I'm just gonna let him get out, but I'm not sure the best way to do that, because I kind of have just too much going on here. Everything's connected, but I have these cutting points, and then the corner has some weaknesses. So I think I'm going to just invade over here, and if he wants to get out, he can. And I will try and keep everything connected, because he still has this push and cut. But if this group gets cut off, then it should be okay. And just Hane. He can cut. Maybe this was a bad move. Maybe I should have just extended. So the cut, I think, does work. Okay, so he pushes. I'm not sure what he's going for here, because now if he Atari's this way, I go here, and then I can kind of ladder. But I guess he's just trying to get out. I want to play this one, but I think I'm just going to play the Atari first, just because if I can capture 3, that's a little bit better. And yep, just go ahead and play here. And now this cut isn't as severe, and some of my weakness in the corner is gone. And if I run out here, he still has to worry about this group. And then because I'm connected over here, I don't have to worry about this getting in trouble. And I can run away because I can turn this way and capture 2 stones. I guess he's trying to kill, but he doesn't have that many liberties, and I can still just run out to the center. So it feels like he might have gotten himself in a little bit of trouble unless there's something he can do here that I'm missing. But for 6Q, I think he's actually playing very, very well. From a 6Q, I would expect them to have just fell apart a little bit sooner, but I've had to worry about a few things. But I think if he just stayed calm and didn't invade and just kept building, it was a long game where we probably would have got to endgame. Getting greedy and trying to jump in and reduce, normally it ends in someone resigning. Okay, so he just extends. If I cut right away, I think I do have a ladder here. Which the ladder does seem good for me. And if he cuts, then I can still get more liberty. So I think this move is bad because it gives me this cut. So now he can't defend it. And before with the cut, I would connect here to get liberties, and then he can maybe capture this single stone and then defend the cut. So I think it's kind of a thank you move because he let me get this cut. And then I just have to extend my liberties. But I think I'll just go here to keep extending my liberties. And also when I play a move here, I'm threatening to cut these off. And he kind of has to defend. He can't cut or anything because then I can Atari and then capture the 3 stones. Or this one.
You have won.
Okay, and he ran out of time, but I'm pretty far ahead. I think the score estimator on here says I'm winning by about 47. Yeah, I think that was an interesting game. He played very well. Definitely much better than I would expect from a 6Q. And we'll have to see how the next game goes. See if they play just as well or if it's more of what I would expect. If you find my videos helpful and you would like to help support me, on Patreon, you can support for as little as $1 a month. And I have a few other things on there like lessons and stuff. But thank you and see you all later.